Hey everyone, I'm Roxy, and today we are going to talk about a serious issue. Patagonia is going through one of the most critical summers of the last decade. What we see on the radars is not just an Argentine phenomenon, it is a regional catastrophe devouring the mountain range. A lethal combination of extreme drought, record temperatures, and unusual electrical activity has turned this paradise into a powder keg. As the visual evidence shows, the fire has crossed borders, uniting territories in the same environmental tragedy that today only shares smoke and ash. With a cumulative total of 229,700 charred hectares, the South faces an unprecedented state of abandonment. And we are going to talk about something that sparks outrage. The human factor, the agony of the Brigadistas behind the curtains of smoke, stand the Brigadistas the only physical barrier between hell and civilian life. However, their work is an epic of helpless sacrifice. They don't just face sixth-generation fires capable of generating their own wind systems and advancing at speeds that defy all logic, but they do so under conditions of institutional neglect. Many of these men and women operate under temporary contracts that expire as soon as the season ends, denying them the stability and benefits of such high-risk work. Their salaries, often below the poverty line, contrast sharply with the responsibility of protecting the continent's biological heritage. On the ground, the lack of investment translates into worn-out personal protective equipment and a almost suicidal dependence on manual tools. Without the constant support of aerial means and heavy logistics victims of budget cuts, the Brigadistas must climb 45-degree slopes, carrying 20-kilo water backpacks to attack hotspots that technology should be solving. The exhaustion is no longer just muscular. It is the weariness of someone who knows they are the last resort of a state that prefers to look the other way. Environmental damage is irreversible on a human scale. When an ancient forest burns, the soil vitrifies. High temperatures scorch the organic matter, transforming fertile land into a sterile crust. This leads us directly to desertification. Without vegetation, winter rains will cause landslides and water erosion, permanently altering the water cycle and condemning the region to a future of extreme droughts and recurring natural disasters. This is where the outrage finds a name. While Patagonian governors unite in a solid bloc to demand a fire emergency law, President Javier Milei inhabits a parallel reality. The contrast is brutal. At the very moment the South was suffocating, the leader was in Mar del Plata, microphone in hand, singing rock at a partisan event. Seeing the country's leader on a stage partying while Patagonia cries out for resources marks a total disconnection from the interior and the natural heritage he is supposed to protect. Forest fires are much more than a natural disaster. They are the symptom of a society that has forgotten its relationship with the land. Every hectare we lose is a library of biodiversity that burns and that we will not read again for centuries. Fire reminds us that nature does not understand budgets, political ideologies, or media agendas. Fire simply reclaims what we have failed to care for. The true tragedy is not just that the forest burns, but the indifference of those who have the power to prevent it. If we allow the spectacle and the music to drown out the cries of the earth, our heritage will not be progress, but the silence of a desert. The ash falling today on the houses of Patagonia is a reminder that when the environment collapses, there is no stage high enough to hide. The fires will eventually go out, but a cemetery of charcoal will remain, and a society will be left wondering where its government was. It is not just a matter of trees. It is a matter of sovereignty and survival. If the priority of the state is the show while the ecosystem evaporates, the final loss will be the trust of a people who see their land turn to ash before the indifference of Buenos Aires. To our South American brothers and sisters, stay strong. If you liked this video, I invite you to check out the channel and see the rest of our content. This is Roxy speaking, and I'll see you next time.